Say what I want like I'm Taylor. My kinda white like Taylor. Swear.
Taylor. We're back at ELAJAS REACTS. So we're getting to XXXTentacion interview with the Fader during the Look at Me documentary. Never seen it, but I do enjoy XXXTentacion. I was actually a large fan before he unfortunately deceased, and I just feel like his brain was just so different. He was constructed different. Like I love psychology, and I feel like his brain cells, they just contorted differently. And then the type of music he made, he was just so eccentric, and he was able to jump into different boxes from rap, rock, metal, R&B, fast rap, slow rap, really just storytelling. He had damn near all the musical badges. And then when you put into account his mental and brain was truly different. At some points, you really feel like he's trying to build a cult, but he was so unique that his energy was so grasping, and it was him being him. He wasn't trying to fabricate who he was trying to be. He wasn't trying to be anybody he wasn't trying to be, So let's see if this interview went crazy or if it was basuda and butt cheeks. But y'all should know if we don't like this damn video, we here at the ELAJAS React stage. It gets a mountain bottle, stupid. Don't play with me. All right, don't play around. Don't mess around. If it's trash, it's gonna get that type of reaction. But if I like that thing, I'm gonna let it jiggle and wiggle. Pop that thing. She gonna pop that thing. You hear me? Let's get into it. Fire.
Yeah.
You got me nice lighting, so I can look pretty.
You getting more popular, a big debate that you've sparked, if you've read a lot of stuff about you, I don't know if you have or not, is whether or not you can separate art from an artist, right?
In my situation, they definitely should pay attention to what I am as a person rather than a character. But it is hard to mend these two things together if everything that I portray as an artist is purely art. So it's hard to tell if, as a person, that anything that is controversial or spoken on about me is remotely even true. You never know who you're fucking with unless you fully dwell into them as a person. So I definitely think it is very, very important to understand who you are fucking with and who you're listening to.
Nah, the thing about him, man, he was just so well-spoken for a YN. Because he was also a YN. Don't get it misconstrued, but he had that ability to just draw you in how he spoke. He spoke so eloquently and was actually very knowledgeable, even though he came off like a YN and also just was genuinely a YN. But he was able to really articulate himself truly well and explain his points. Like he answered the question but didn't. It's like he's not saying he can necessarily separate the art from the artist, but or people should, because he doesn't portray himself as was Jase Onfroy or Onfree, something like that. He portrays himself as XXXTentacion, and he's producing art, but the art is based off his life or experiences or other people around him. So you can't necessarily say the art can't be attributed back to who you are to a degree, right? But the art, once again, like I said, doesn't necessarily have to be truly based on you. It could be based on what you're surrounded by, your experiences, and just delivering stories from your perspective or your voice and delivery and stuff like that. So he was really able to dive into that for real, and still, like, this makes you feel like this is more the person, but this type of person is leaked into the character. So it's definitely hard to directly disassociate the two at times for people that can understand that. But he's like, yeah, like on the surface, if you don't know too much about me, you probably say I'm a straight YN, and you wouldn't know this other side of me that speaks so eloquently where I can damn near dodge your question while answering it at the same time.
Is controversial or spoken on about me is remotely even true. You never know who you're fucking with unless you fully dwell into them as a person. So I definitely think it is very, very important to understand who you are fucking with and who you're listening to. Yes, I do.
I was living in a motel. I didn't even have like a pillow. I was just sleeping on an air mattress with my uncle. So he gave me a pillow at his house and gave me a jacket. It's like he didn't want me to feel like I didn't have anything, even if he had to like sacrifice his own thing.
I was like, yo, do you like sleeping alone? She said, no. I said, neither do I. I said, I know that you stay in a motel. So how about I go back to the motel with you and I'll sleep in the lobby? She said, are you serious? Would you do that for me? I said, yeah. It was the only person I had around for a while that I felt relevant to, despite, like, besides my mom. This is a story, this is a full story, and this is the last time I will tell it. She was already bruised on her face.
Oh, I think it's also part of the thing too, where, yeah, like I said, a lot of the service of XXXTentacion came out to be Crash Out YN. And I think there was a situation where they thought that I don't know too much about it, right? So I'm barely gonna speak on it, but I think just what, if I recall, where that they said that he hit her or something like that. So I think that's just to kind of preview the story that I believe he's about to tell.
She was already bruised on her face. All while she was staying with me, she was already bruised on her face. Now with the severe bruising, I don't know how the fucking severe bruising came about, but she had like bruises on the left side of her face when she was at Bruno's. I think she got jumped. That's what I told everybody. Like, yo, she got jumped. Cause the way she was fucked up, I think she got jumped. They're not gonna admit to it. I don't give a fuck. That's not my part of the story. But that bitch got whooped bad. So I didn't beat her. Nor do I give a fuck about who beat her at this time, because now I know she's an evil bitch. There's the story.
Jesse was like, no, Mom, it's not true. And a part of me, you know, took that and run with it.
What do you think now?
Oh, wow. See, now I have to rewatch this now. Now I gotta rewatch this for real. Like, cause I think X was, wow, this is, cause I don't want to say that I feel like he was off. I don't even say I think that he's off, but a lot of people that have this level of mental openness to grasp all the things that X grasped, he might have been a little off to where he has moments of explosiveness. Because I'm even listening to the story, and he's saying she was bruised before she got to me. Bruised at Bruno's. I don't know who Bruno is. Maybe it's a restaurant or something like that. And he's saying that the girl got jumped. But if you're with this girl, he said, that's what I told everybody. He said, I think she got jumped. I don't know. But they whooped her bad. But at this, so you mean to tell me you don't know how she got bruised? You just don't want to say it, but you're saying that she got jumped. And then you got his mom. That's what I'm saying, bro. I be talking to moms. Your mom, she popped you out of her vaginal glands. You know what I'm saying? They feel like they know you. And they may not know you all the way, but I feel like there's a certain level of mother intuition for real. Where they like, I don't know if he didn't do it. If your mom double thinking if you put hands on this woman, I don't know, brother. I don't know, man. Because you could be a great liar and the best, and he could be such a good liar at the manipulation aspect of it. And he looked like he could be a great manipulator. The man damn near built a cult while he was out here. So I wouldn't put it past that he would have a facade pulled up and manipulation to where a woman in her brain wouldn't want him to, like, anything bad to happen to him. I don't know too much about what happened with the story for real, but wouldn't want too much to happen to him, even though he did something wrong. Hypothetically, I don't know if he did it or didn't do it, But once again, I'm just going off with the mom. The mom don't feel like he actually probably did that. I don't know.
On her face. Now with the severe bruising, I don't know how the fucking severe bruising came about. But she had like bruises on the left side of her face when she was at Bruno's. I think she got jumped. That's what I told everybody, like, yo, she got jumped. Cause the way she was fucked up, I think she got jumped. They're not gonna admit to it. I don't give a fuck. That's not my part of the story. But that bitch got whooped bad. So I didn't beat her. Nor do I give a fuck about who beat her at this time, because now I know she's an evil bitch.
That line also, what do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? All right, now you know he's evil. She's evil, yes. Cool. When did she get evil? Was this before or after you get her? If you did her, I don't know. But it's like, because he said, I didn't beat her, nor do I care who beat her, because now I know she's an evil bee. But you saying, I didn't beat her, nor do I care, because now. So at the time, you had to have, so there's no way you wouldn't have asked who beat her up if you cared about her. But you're saying that now you don't care because you realize she's evil. I don't know.
Nor do I give a fuck about who beat her at this time, because now I know she's an evil bitch. There's a story.
Jesse was like, no, Mom, it's not true. And a part of me, you know, took that and ran with it.
What do you think now?
I mean, that's my son. Even if he's Hitler, that's my son. If he's the devil, that's my son. I birthed him. Wrong, right, or indifferent, I'm gonna have his back no matter what, and I'm gonna have his best interest at heart. So naturally for me, I want to save my child. Any mother would have done the same thing, I would think.
Dancing?
Yeah.
What do you mean I was dancing?
Like whining, like slow.
Oh,
I could never repay my mom for the amount of pain that she's been through, and I gave her more, and she still stood there hanging on with broken hands. I can never repay her for that. I am forever in her debt, and I do everything that I still do now for my fans and for my mother. There's most definitely a difference between Jose Onfroy and XXXTentacion. There's most definitely a difference between Jose Onfroy and XXXTentacion. Nobody cared about Jose Onfroy. Jose Onfroy was very meek. Jose Onfroy was weak.
You're leaving now! Now! You take everybody out the door now!
Nobody gave a fuck about me as an individual. Nobody gave a fuck about how I felt. Now my opinion is respected, and every move I make is recorded and calculated. Nobody cared about Jose Onfroy until he took on the persona as XXX.
Damn, I ain't gonna lie, man. That's some, like, that was real deep, and that's a fact. It was simple but deep. And that's part of the reason why I also believe people create personas and create personalities, because they weren't heard or felt unseen, and it be the people that probably even like low-key are deranged, where I think to produce content you have to be a little off, right? And even as a content creator, as a creator in general, I think some of the most talented people in this world that have created some of the most engaging and enjoyable art are off. You know, even referring back to that Kanye West line, you know, name one genius that ain't crazy. The concept of me talking to a camera and knowing that there's a viewer watching it. Hi, I see you. You know, that I break the fourth wall on that all the time. Some people aren't able to do that, right? But, and even have to be able to separate your personas. Jose is XXS, and they are a mixture of the two, but they are separate. And I can feel what he means by that. you know, and where he created this larger than life persona to be able to also speak his mind and have that be heard, because especially in the day and age even more now than when he was alive, you know, your opinion is respected if it's attached to a platform, and it's more so seen as credible, even a lot of times without people verifying the credibility of what you're saying. Just if it's attached to a person with a platform, they'll take that and run with it, you know. So it's very interesting, man. He was a very intriguing guy. Like, seriously, I genuinely enjoyed hearing him speak, and his music was so different and unique, and he top one people. Like, I very much enjoy people that are gonna be themselves no matter what, you know, like good, bad, or indifferent. I am me. This is who I am. For me, like Childish Gambino, Tyler Creator, XXXTentacion, Earl Sweatshirt. Like, you know, I just feel like these people are gonna remain themselves, no matter how strange you think they are or how deranged they may come off or how off they may be. At least they're putting it in your face. You can't try to pin that to them because they're in control of their own narrative. And I don't think X was fully in control of his own narrative, but at least the things that he said, if you were listening to things he said, he at least showed you that he had more than one side. He showed you he was more than the music, whether or not you paid attention to the things he was trying to show you or not. You feel me? So I respect that a lot, man. XXXTentacion. That is going to do it for this episode of ELAJAS Reacts. That was XXXTentacion interview with the Fader during the Look at Me documentary. That didn't even make me want to watch the Look at Me documentary. I'm going to have to check that out. For me. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get that thing a clip, peasy. Let it blow in broad day, let it jiggle and wave. Like I said, XXXTentacion, I feel like he would be a star today. Like, he was just too talented. Very talented individual. Very unique in his sounds. And he understood things like even down to like the decibels of frequencies of the music and how it triggers your brain to emit certain emotions and make you feel certain things. You know, like that's even, like, bro, you're not going to hear a lot of artists talk to you about frequencies and decibels and the raising and lowering and what that'll trigger and making you feel and making your body feel. Like there's this, you know, some people may know that, but they might not, I guess, speak on it, but he spoke on that type of stuff and like the nitty gritty of things, and he clearly had an open brain. You know, I'd be like, yo, I'll be past the third eye. I'm on the fourth eye. Like my fourth eye open, like a mug. Yeah, I feel like XXX, his fourth eye was open. You know, they be seeing the third eyes in your forehead, on your, you know, they be doing that on their forehead. The fourth eye, that's an aura. To me, that's like, it's omnipresent. Like, you know, it's an aura, it's a feeling. You gotta just understand. That's more your intuition and all that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Fourth eye wide. My fourth eye wide open and stupid. Dummy. You know what I'm saying? Nah, but shout out to XXXTentacion. He also made fire music. And, you know, RIP to him. You know what I'm saying? But that's going to do it for this episode of ELAJAS Reacts. If you have any other interviews you want me to react to, go ahead and comment them down below. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Turn on the post notification bells, and every time we drop a new damn video, make sure you follow Taylor ELAJAS on Instagram and TikTok for more funny and historical content. All right? Make sure you also check out my main channel, Taylor, ELAJAS. The link is in the description box below. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Taylor ELAJAS, and you're watching ELAJAS Reacts.
I hate love, I don't know what to do with it. A chill guy, yeah, I'm jiggy and smooth with it. Snap back when she saw it, I'm too fitted. Surfboard in the ocean, I groove in it.